Hey guys, welcome back to the patch. So today I did some weeding in here. This was a lot of crabgrass. I just took the old hoop hoe and raked her out everywhere. I've done away with the walking boards. I just don't I don't think they're effective. I might as well just walk, because a lot of this dirt here on the sides I'm kind of scooping at to use as cover dirt for the vine nodes. There's our pumpkin down there. I believe it's DAP, let's see, tomorrow would be 13. Today's DAP 12. And it's growing. I think it's going through a pretty good stage of growth right now. The only thing I have for scale is a croquet ball. I don't have a basketball or anything, but you know, croquet ball is about the size of a softball, maybe a little smaller than that. It's a good sized pumpkin. I like the shape on it. I kind of like the elliptical shape of it because the blossom end is not recessed. And I'm noticing, well, at least so far, that a lot of pumpkins with the recessed blossom end are splitting. And that might, I don't know if that's just some sort of a structural defect or what. But none of the pumpkins on this vine will do that. In fact, here's our DAP 4, I believe. Down here, same thing. It's an elliptical shape. So you can see I put my little toy mister. This is not a professional mister by any means here. Put my toy mister out here to kind of help these leaves on the end, because everything past that fruit is showing heat stress every day. And if I had to guess, it would be because the plant is putting more energy into the fruit than it is the rest of the vine, which I'm okay with that. I'm good. That's fine. But I'd like for the leaves to still work and not, develop any big problems. Kind of like, this one did right here. Oof, what happened there? That one just completely fell off. I'll probably just cut that. Oof, that's awful. They just want more water, and I think the plant is cutting them off a little bit. I don't have any problems I don't think I have any leaf bloat problems or excess nitrogen problems. I watched Moby Mike's video the other day. He kind of demonstrated what was going on with his plant, where he had excess nitrogen and had to change up his fertilizer a little bit to account for that. Even if I did have that problem, that would be beyond my capability to fix right now. I think the biggest leaf I have on this plant is probably right here. This is one of the biggest ones, and this one's only like 16, 18 inches across. And that size is fine. So when they start getting into the 2 foot, over 2 feet range is when you start having issues. There might be just a little bit of bloat there on the inside, maybe, but I mean, that's fine. It's fine. Over here with the watermelons, I've took a lot of the weeds, hopefully all the weeds, out of the watermelon patch area here. It's not a very big area. The vines are doing well. However, I don't know about the fruit. You got one little guy down there. I don't even know if I pollinated that one. There's a couple others I have pollinated recently that just wouldn't be very big yet. And so, yeah, I mean, we need some fruit here. There's still time for it. I think the variety is rattlesnake watermelon. And yeah, I got rid of most of the weeds. I still got a little pieces of grass in here. There, I'll just pick that out. No big deal. So yeah, plant's doing well. I've got the field pumpkins under control finally. I don't think doesn't look like they're throwing any more vines out to the side. Ugh. Well, I tried. What the heck? Let's talk about sweet corn for a minute. I used these tassels here. This stalk is it's close to 6 feet tall, I would say. Sweet corn doesn't get very tall. Not as tall as the field corn, which will approach 7 or 8 feet before too long. But yeah, we take pieces of tassel here, rub them on the silks here on the end of the ears, developing ears, and that's pollination, supposedly. So this one's nice. We got 3 years on this one. Okay, just another quick little blurb here. We're at DAP 16 days after pollination on this pumpkin anyway, and right now it looks a beauty. Now I'm probably going to get rid of this leaf tomorrow when I come out and do my garden work. It's a little too close. Maybe this one too, because it's on my board. I got my walking board out here. Not walking board, what am I saying? The growing board. Yeah, we had to lift that thing onto the board, but now it's grown to the point where lifting it would probably be too difficult. So I'm glad I got, my wife helped me. I'm glad we got that thing on there when we did. So yeah, just plywood, sand. I put some weed fabric on the underside, just so the wood was, less in contact with the ground. It's still going to get wet. There's nothing I can do about that. Just need it to last for a few months to hold this thing. And yeah, just probably need to get rid of some of the leaves around it. I don't like cutting off leaves unless I really have to, because the leaf is I feel like it's a motor, for the plant. And every time I get rid of a nice leaf, it's like I'm cutting away horsepower or something. I don't know. That's just the way I think about it. Okay, this is DAP 19. Another update before DAP 20. I guess let's take the old t-shirt off of this and see how we're doing. Got a nice big fruit here. I'm already at PB for sure. You can see it's rounding out here on the sides. Basically looks like a giant egg. It's really just a beautiful looking giant pumpkin here. I really like it. So what I do when I look at this now is I check the stem to see if there's any cracks or any baloney going on. All I can really do is feel. And I do it gingerly too, because this outer hull is pretty tender. I don't feel anything. The stem looks good. The blossom end here looks good. So, if everything's looking good, I'll just put the shirt back on. I'll get that, I'll straighten that out once I finish the video. I can't do it with one hand. So hopefully that continues to grow, because the backup over here, look at that. Look at that puny thing. That is 11. Let me get over here and get a better look at that. That is 11. That is very puny compared to where that one was at 11. All right, here we are. It's DAP 20. That means it's time to get a measurement on this thing. Now, different growers will measure at different times, but I think in general, a lot of guys will do 20 and then another 10 days, 30, 40, 50, that sort of thing. We have a pretty large pumpkin here, so we're going to use the over-the-top measuring method to estimate its weight. There is a chart that GPC generated that can estimate what this pumpkin weighs based on its measurements. Now, that doesn't mean the chart is exactly right. This pumpkin could be lighter or heavier, just depending on the thickness of its inner hull. But we're going to use this, and we'll get a pretty good idea. So first thing we got to do is measure the circumference around it. Now, I've just got the fabric taped out today. We're going to need something probably longer when we measure next time. Might need something longer right now. I don't know. It's pretty close. We may have to cut this video short. Yeah, we do need something longer. So we're over 100 already there. So I'm gonna have to go get a different tape measure. I was not expecting that. Okay, so I'm back. What I'm about to do is very stupid. I do not recommend doing what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna have to be extra careful in order to get a measurement. This is a metal tape measure. What you need is like a plastic vinyl tape measure. That's a long one. I don't have one of those yet, but I do have a metal one. So we're going to have to be extra careful. I don't want to put any more nicks than what is, than what's already here in the pumpkin. So here we go. We're going to try to get the circumference nice and easy. Circumference, 82-inch circumference. Probably couldn't see me there. I was standing up. So I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. 82-inch circumference. Where's my paper? There's my paper. So 82 inches there is the circumference. Dang it. There goes my... Okay. All right. Now, what we need to do is measure from the ground on the other side to the ground on this side. All right. That is 4'4". So 48 inches plus 4 is 52 inches. 52 there. All right. Okay, and then we go around on this side. Here we have 4'1". That's 49 inches. Okay. 49 inches. So let me do a little arithmetic here. So let's see. Boom. 9 and 5 is 14 and 4, 183. 183. So I'll take a look at the chart and then we'll get back with you. Okay, guys, I just looked at the chart, and at 183 inches, we are about at 100 to 145 pounds, something within that range. That's pretty darn big for 20. So I'm happy with that. That doesn't, now if it continues on this pace, the state record could be in jeopardy. However, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves because it's only day 20. We don't know what the pace or the rate of growth will be from 20 to 30 or 30 to 40 and so on. Speaking of looking at things, I'm looking at this pumpkin. I'm seeing some outer, these veins start to develop here on the outer hull. I don't want this thing to ripen too quickly or it'll stop growing. And we don't want that. So I got to make sure I keep this thing covered. I need to get a kind of a bed sheet for this because my shirt now is too small. But yeah, I would not recommend using a metal tape measure to measure these things because you could gouge it or cut it. And, the fewer cuts and nicks we have in these things, the better. There's already a few where I bumped my shovel. I'm over here checking the stem. I really need to try to get some more height on the vine, just to take some of the pressure off the stem, probably pulling it down. Other than that, it's looking really good. I'll add some more sand. Hopefully not run the corner of my shovel into the hole anymore. And there it is, DAP 20. I'm very pleased so far. I'm just tickled to death on my first time growing to have such a nice size pumpkin already. And we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep working on the plant. I'm going to do everything that was within the scope of my knowledge to keep this thing going, and also the scope of my equipment because I don't have any high-tech fertilizing equipment or spraying equipment. All I got's Miracle-Gro and a sprinkler. That's all I got. So, all right, we'll see you guys next time. We'll get a couple more snippets and then another measurement at DAP 30.